Okay, assalamu alaikum everyone. Today we are going to talk about module 3, which is non-sequential programming, and in particular we are going to talk about selection. So the learning outcomes we are going to cover are to develop the C code expressions, control structures, and loops. So over here today we are going to talk about the expressions and control structures, and of course now we will be able to at least write a program which is properly structured. So we hope that to implement the non-sequential programming in this manner. Now week number 8 we are going to talk about selection. In week number 9 we are going to talk about repetition, and in week number 10 it will be all programs including both repetition and selection. So let's get started. So the selection basically starts with the if statement, and there is also a switch statement. So we will consider first the if statement, concentrate in talking about if statement. Then we will see how to go to switch statement and what applies to switch statement and how to convert between switch statement and if statement. So the algorithmic structures of programming are basically the following: either sequencing, which we have talked about earlier in module number 2, or selection, which is a choice between two alternative paths or many alternative paths. Then we have iteration, which is basically a repetition and loops, which we will be discussing in week number week number 9. And finally functions, which we will consider in module number 4. Now consider a problem where we want to sell some goods, and the customer buys a number of goods, and we want to find the total cost of these items. Now if he spends more than 100 riyals, he gets 10% discount. So we need to check if the customer spends more than 100 riyals, then he gets the discount. If he does not spend more than 100 riyal, then he will not get that discount. So the operation is basically like we did earlier. The operation is as follows. First, we ask the user to enter the number of items, the price per item, calculate the cost, then compare the cost with 100 riyals. If it is greater, get the discount. If not, no reduction or no discount, then display the output. So the idea is over here, we need to see if the total cost is greater than 100, compute the discount, and then take the discount off the total charge, then output the results. So our program will be as follows. First of all, we are going to put our discount as a constant, and we define the constant as constant double discount is equal to 10. See, our discount is here a double, and we give it capital letters because it's a constant. And then we ask the user to enter the number of items. We take the number of items. We ask the user to enter the price per item. We find the price. Then we multiply the number of items by the price. Now here is our if statement. If, and there is an expression. This expression is basically, is total cost greater than 100? So it's a question. The answer is either true or false. Now, true or false, this is an expression, and if this expression evaluates as true, we are going to execute whatever is between these two brackets. If it evaluates as false, then we are going to exit to this instruction immediately. So if it's true, we want to find the reduction. Here the reduction will be the total cost multiplied by the discount divided by 100. Then the total cost will be subtracted from the reduction will be subtracted from the total cost, and we find the result. So The if statement is a selection statement. Why selection? Because we choose between two different paths. We have a single path or a single branch or a dual branch or multiple branch. In a single branch, we have the if, then we have a Boolean expression which always evaluates to true or false. Then we find a statement. Dual branch, we have an if, then else. So if this expression is evaluated, we do statement 1. If it is not true, then we go and do statement number 2. The multi-branch, which we are going to talk about, will have if, then a Boolean expression, then we have the statement if it's evaluated, else if, then a statement, else if, and so on. So we have multiple branches which we are going to go through in this class. Now, this is an example. We ask the user to enter for two real numbers, then display their division. Okay, then display their division. Remember, we cannot divide by 0. Okay, so we cannot divide by 0. So we ask the user to enter a real number. So it's x, c and x. Enter a second real number. It's y, c and y. Then we find the result, which is z. But before that, we need to check if y is not equal to 0. If y is not equal to 0, meaning that we can do the division. Z is equal to x divided by y. Then we display C out x divided by y is equal to z. Else, please re-enter the second number y and make sure it does not equal to 0. So here we used the if statement and the else statement. It is a two branch. If this is evaluated as true, we execute this part. If this is evaluated as false, we execute the second part. Another example here, we ask the user to enter a number, then display a message stating whether this number is odd or even. We ask the user, please enter an integer number, integer n, c and n. Then if n modulus 2 is equal to 0, n modulus 2 is equal to 0, meaning if I divide n by 2 and the remainder is 0, then the number is even. Otherwise, the number is odd. Can we write it in another way? Yes, we can say if n modulus 2 is equal to 1, then we are going to say C out odd, because the remainder is odd. Else C out even. Okay, so we can write the program in different ways. Here is another program where we asked the program to calculate the earnings of workers who are paid an hourly wage. If the worker is paid, it works more than 40 hours per week, then he will get paid 1.5 times for each extra hour. So we do the calculations and we find the hours or the wage, the money we are going to pay him if he works above 40 hours. Below 40 hours is the normal hourly rate. Above 40 hours, he gets 1.5 times paid, as we are going to see. Here we have more examples regarding the if statement. For example, if x is equal to 4, k is equal to 0. If x is greater than 0, then x is equal to square root of x plus k. So what is the output here? Is x greater than 0? Yes. So x will equal to square root of x, which is 2, and k plus, so k will equal to 1. Okay. Over here, x is equal to minus 4, k is equal to 0. Is x greater than 0? No. So nothing will change. X will remain the same value and k will remain the same value. Here is a nested if statement. Nested means an if statement inside an if statement. A nested if statement means an if statement inside an if statement. So over here we have a nested if statement. Integer x is equal to 10, y is equal to 9. If x is greater than 0, is x greater than 0? Yes. So we are going to go and execute this one. Is y less than 100? Yes. Then we are going to find x is equal to square root of y. So x will equal to 3. and x plus equal 4. So we will have x will equal to 7 at the end. Okay. So another statement over here, x is equal to 10, y is equal to 9. Is x greater than 0? Yes. Is y less than 100? Yes. X is equal to x is equal to y, then it's the same one, we will get y is equal to 7. Over here, x is equal to 10, y is equal to 121. So I will leave this one for you to think about it, what will be the output, and also the same applies for this one. Now we have a two-way if statement. So in this two-way if statements, as you are going to see, we have if else or a multi-branch. But if we have no brackets, so we are only going to execute this instruction. If we have a brackets, we are going to execute the block of statements given over here. We are going to execute the block of statements given over here. Here we are going to see how it goes. So as you can see, we are going to get a grade, enter the grade, cn grade. If a grade is greater than 60, cout pass. It's done. Else we have brackets, so we are going to execute these two. Fail and take this course again. We are going to display fail and take this course again. Here we have an example of this running this course. We enter 50, we get the same output result. The nested if statements is another example over here. X is equal to 9, y is equal to 7, k is equal to 0, m is equal to 0. What is the output over here? K will be equal to 1 and m is equal to 0. So is x greater than y? Is x greater than y? Yes. So k will be incremented. So k will be 1 and m will be 0. The next one over here, is x greater than y? Yes. So no, sorry. So we are going to increment m. So m will be 1 and k will be 0. Another example. Sorry. Is x greater than y? X is 9, y is 7. Yes. Is y less than z? No. So we are going to execute m will equal to 1. Here, is x greater than y? No. So we are going to increment j. So again, this is the if statement, else if, all of them will have expressions. These expressions will evaluate as as true or false throughout our programs. So this is the if else statement. So we ask the user to enter a number. So let's say the user entered 3. If day is equal to 1, we see out Saturday. If day is equal to 2, we see out Sunday, and so on. So see, if, else if, else if, else if, else if, else if, else if. So this is the program. The same applies here. If grade is greater than 90, if a grade is greater than 80, if a grade is greater than 70, if a grade is greater than 60, and so on. So I will stop over here and we will continue in the second part for this lecture.